All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we got some news early this morning letting us know that we are getting the new uniform for Miles Morales later this week. Now, I'm confused, right? Because I thought we were having these kind of scheduled weekly updates where on like Monday nights they would release like a little trailer previewing the uniforms when they're coming out, right? And then showing us the uniform options and all that stuff. But this week, for whatever reason, they decided that they're just gonna make a notice on the forum, and that's pretty much it. Because I went to their YouTube page and I didn't really see anything, which kind of tells me that I feel like they're feeling some type of way. Because if you went to their YouTube channel lately, you'll see that the like to dislike ratios on their videos been pretty bad lately. They not liking it. I feel like because of that is the reason why they didn't release a trailer for the Miles Morales uniform. But then it doesn't really explain why they delayed it until Thursday, when recently they've been dropping the mid-month or weekly updates, whatever you want to call it, right, on Tuesdays. So we're going to have to wait until Thursday to get the uniform for Miles Morales, but we do have some new events that are starting this week, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, we still have no information in regards to the boycott. Like I said, I feel like these guys are just trying to wait us out and seeing if we fold. But I'm telling y'all, man, if Black Friday passes and nobody spends any money, like if you just spend your crystals that you had saved up and nobody spends any money, or as few people spend money as possible, trust me, man, we gonna see some big changes, that's for sure. All right, so Miles Morales uniform coming in with 40% off. But honestly, I think you should let the content creators try out the uniform for Miles and then decide for yourself whether or not you want to buy it, because this uniform is going to be released on Thursday for 40% off. But then 3 weeks or so from now, when the Black Friday sales happen, it's going to be on sale again. However, next time it's going to be 50% off. So you get to save like what, 75 crystals or so, which may not seem like a lot, but that's like 3 days of doing your dailies, right? So yeah, you might actually want to just wait, because as good as it may be upon release, 3 weeks time, it's still going to be just as good, if not better, because by then hopefully we have the tier 3 for Carnage. So I do think it's a better idea to wait and see how good this thing turns out to be, or how evil it turns out to be, right? Because it is a big change for Miles Morales. Now, some of you guys don't like the fact that he looks really ugly and repulsive, but like I said, man, I think this uniform looks disgustingly beautiful, right? It's villainous. I love it. So yeah, as for his uniform options and his uniform bonus, we'll go through all that stuff. So he's getting the standard 15-15. It's a premium uniform, we know that. He's getting 3 new changes to his skill effects and his passive and stuff, which is pretty much the exact same as what we saw in the APK. It looks like from his skill effects and stuff, they didn't actually nerf anything. I could be wrong. It's been about a week and a half since I've played with the APK, and I took a look at him because we couldn't test out the uniform in actual gameplay in the APK, so I didn't really spend too much time on Miles Morales. But I don't think they changed anything, which is good, right? Because from what I saw, he looked like he would be really, really cool and really, really fun to play. And they're still keeping that 70% leadership tag, well, I guess kind of like wave or victorious buff that is specifically for Carnage, which is telling me that Carnage is most definitely going to get tier 3 and a new uniform. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's one I am definitely going to have to pick up and see, because my Carnage has been just a Shadowland character for a minute, so it would be nice to do something with him. And it's nice that he's getting to keep the heal, right? The 6-second 30% heal is actually pretty significant, because on the Into the Spider-Verse uniform for Miles Morales, the only thing that he was really lacking was a little bit more damage and a heal, right? Because there are gaps in his iframes and stuff, so when you take damage, you can't heal it back, so he would just die on you, even though he had decent damage for the time that uniform was released. Just decent damage for the time. But this time around, he's actually getting a significant buff. He's also changing quite a bit. He's changing from a speed hero to a combat supervillain. So that kind of sucks because this means he's going to be worse for World Boss, because before he was hitting 120% harder against supervillains. Now he's going to be hitting against superheroes. So the bosses that nobody plays, you know, because we have a cap on Phoenix Feathers and Emcron Crystals, that's going to be where he does the best, especially against Pietro, because he's now a combat type. So it's kind of unfortunate. You know what would be dope though, if they make one of these spider characters start having web skills that ignore immunity, so they can actually web up world bosses, right? Because we have so many different effects that can affect world bosses now, like paralysis, entice, all these things. So why is it that none of the spiders, like in 2020 and moving into 2021, why does none of the spiders have web skills that ignore immunity? That's something we need to see. And I guess it would be really cool if it started with Spider-Man, right? But it would be nice if we start getting some web skills in the game that ignore immunity, okay? It's nice that he gets a lot of buffs though. So he has defense down, 50% is not really that good, but he has a 40% all attack buff here. It's only for 5 seconds, 13-second cooldown, so that's about 6.5 seconds. So you can pretty much keep it up all the time, right? But 40% there, 30% here, plus when you get this uniform to Mythic, we'll talk about the uniform options in a second, but when you get this to Mythic, it's gonna be a decent amount of all attack stats on this guy, right? So that's pretty cool. And then if you go further down, he does get a frenzy buff as well that gives him more all attack and defense. So a lot of people are saying he might not be that tanky, but with all the all attack and all defense that he's getting, I feel like he might do work, man. He might actually feel like a combat character, because, you know, combat characters are natively more tanky than speed characters. So it's nice that his typing isn't the only thing that's changing, right? He's getting a big bump to his all attack stats, which we know speed characters have low physical attack and low defenses. It is nice to see that he is indeed, well, there's a possibility that he's gonna feel like a combat character. So his playstyle is really cool though. I did like what I saw. So as for the uniform options though, people are not gonna be happy with this one. Like, to be fair though, Yelena is a really good character, really good uniform for her, right? Namor is a uniform that pretty much everybody is going to have or want. One that I think is kind of a bummer is Sabretooth, right? Let me say this, putting 3 premium options in here is disgusting. It's filthy, right? It's just a cash grab. But to be honest, being like as fair as I can be, these are not the worst possible options that could be here. It could be like Emma Frost. That's a dud uniform, right? At least these uniforms, sure, they're forcing you, if you want to get the best stats on your Miles Morales, to buy these uniforms. Sabretooth is really expensive, right? But these two, at the very least, are really good. And I would say she's borderline meta. If you use her, she's meta, right? For like World Boss and stuff. And then Namor is just meta, period. So I would say 3 out of 5 is decent, right? 60%. The Sabretooth thing kind of rubs me the wrong way, because even though I have this uniform and I have it leveled up, I barely use my Sabretooth. Not because he's bad. Sabretooth is pretty good, right? It's just I don't really use him that much. So I can see why a lot of you guys would be very upset about the fact that Sabretooth is featured here. But just keep in mind, it could be Emma Frost. But then again, it's realistically the same in terms of the cost for the 2 characters. It's just that Sabretooth is better. Is he though? Yeah, I guess he would be better overall because of his defense down. Yeah. Anyways, moving on, we do have a new token event, and this is the good one. This is the good one that has the Mega Tier 2 ticket, right? The special icon for Venom. I am not going to be getting this icon, especially since I am now free to play, because your boys boycotting Marvel Future Fight. They gotta speak up. They gotta give us the changes that we need, or I ain't going back to spending no money. So make sure you don't miss any days, because if you miss any days, you will not be able to get the Mega Tier 2 ticket, which is the best thing here if you are still building your roster. Like for me, I have like 6 of these because I spent a lot of money in the game and I bought multiple future passes, so I have them. But if you're trying to build up tier 3s or you're trying to awaken characters, it's not that bad to get some Titan component packs, because you're always going to be running out of Titan component packs. I really would like it if they drop this down to like 100, man. Like seriously, 200 is so much for like only 80, or bump this up to like 120. You know what I'm saying? Because these days because of the whole transcending characters and stuff, you need Titan components like so much more, because you need to get your awakened characters to gear 25 to transcend them to get the extra base stats. You need to get your tier 3 characters to gear 25 before you can tier 3 them. So I do feel like Titan component packs is the real bottleneck in the game right now. But some of you guys may still feel it's CCF. For me, it's not CCF. For me, it's a Titan component pack. And if you talk to anybody who has a really built roster, they'll tell you it's pretty much Titan component pack. But it is nice to see that they're keeping the 3-star ticket in the shop. So on one hand, they did listen to something that we have been saying for a while, is that 3-star tickets are pretty hard to come by. So it's nice to see them put it here. It would be nice if they start putting 2-star tickets in here as well, because they are giving you like a free character every month from the Future Pass. This month it was Scream instead of Spider-Woman, so that kind of sucks. But if they put the 2-star in here as an option, that would be cool. I wouldn't recommend you buy it, but I guess how much would they even put the 2-star for? Because they have the 3-star and the 4-star at 100. Would they knowing these guys, they would put the 2-star here for 100 as well, because they wouldn't want to put it for 50, right? But I do think, yeah, they should put it in here as an option for you if you need it. So yeah, moving on, we do have some free stuff from checking in, which is pretty decent. I do like the awakening crystals, and I do like the fact that we're getting some uniform XP chips, and the black antimatter is nice. Energies, whatever. UK, whatever. Clear ticket is whatever. This could be hidden ticket. If this was hidden ticket, that would be better, even though I have like 2,000 hidden tickets, right? Moving on, we have these World Boss Dimension Rift 5-second clear things, which is just basically a free source of black antimatter and chaos norm stones. Can't really hate on them. It would be nice though if they actually updated this thing and just added some more rewards to it, or just like made it a more difficult version of it, because it's kind of boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of boring at this point. Now, moving on, we do have a crystal spending event. I personally am not going to be participating in this. I have 12,000 crystals saved, but that's essentially to keep me forever if these guys keep the whole pay-to-win system that they have with CTP, reforging, and premium card nonsense going, right? So I'm not going to be participating in this. I don't really need the 6-star mega rank up ticket. Some of you guys may need it. Maybe you're like saving for, I don't know, a deluxe package or something. I personally would not participate in this thing because I think this is like a trap. I do feel like this is a trap to get you to spend up all your crystals right now, and then put you in a situation where you'll see something really spicy on Black Friday and you have no crystals, and then they're like, got him, right? Then you got to go buy crystals, and we boycotting, guys. We boycotting. We're not spending no money. You can spend your crystals because crystals are currency you can earn in the game, or it's money that you already spent. Netmarble's already collected their bag. They've already cashed out, right? So if you have crystals saved up, you can spend your crystals. I've been spending my crystals however I want to, right? But I still have been micromanaging it just to make sure I don't run out, so I won't be swapping CTPs for videos and none of that stuff anymore for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, right? Hopefully it doesn't last too long, because like I said, I still love the game, right? So not supporting it is not something I take pleasure in doing, but it's something that we have to do, right? We have to do it. So I'm not going to participate in this crystal event. I think you should wait. I do think we're going to have this again for Black Friday. Right? If we don't have it again for Black Friday, it will really show you that these guys are really greedy. But they will bring it back. There's a character ranking event for Miles and Spider-Gwen. Hopefully by then I'll have, I should have her awaken. I do want to awaken her because I do feel like she's going to be the new meta for squad battle. So I am very curious to see how hard she hits. And I'm going to test her out probably with just a regular obelisk before I go over to like a rage, because I do have like 5 of them in my account. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this staggered release of this uniform, and them giving us like information like days ahead of time in regards to this Miles Morales uniform. Like, I do like the fact that they're releasing something new every week, like the uniforms or the tier 3s and stuff, to kind of make it so that the update doesn't give you all the content at once and then you're like bored out of your mind for the next 3 weeks. But it does kind of suck that we were like expecting to follow like a system where every week on Tuesday we wake up, we see something new in the game, or a new uniform, or a new tier 3, we get excited, we play with it, and then this week they shift it to Thursday, and then who knows, maybe next week they'll shift it to Friday. I don't know, maybe they're trying to delay all of this so that everything just kind of pushes the next update back. So in December, because they usually don't do like a December update, but this month, well, I guess this year they will kind of have to, right? They will release an update in December. So, and the thing is, with these staggered releases of these things, it will feel better than previous years where we were waiting like like 5-6 weeks for an update. Yeah, it will feel better this year if we don't get an update in the holiday season, that's for sure. But speaking of holiday, it'll be interesting to see if they bring back all the holiday or the seasonal uniforms for Black Friday. I don't think they will. Maybe they'll just wait until like Christmas or the holiday season, and then they'll bring back the uniform for Gwen and Deadpool. But I do think it'll be really, really dope of them to bring them back like for Black Friday at 50% off. Then maybe I'll start having some faith in these devs, man. But we'll see what they do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.